Hello there, wonderful viewers. We are so glad to be back your way again in this episode of Marriage and Family Matters. The God of heaven that has sent us to you to be a blessing to your home and marriage will surely do you good in the name of Jesus. I pray for you today that as you watch this program, things will get better and better with you and your home in the name of Jesus. Please call your friends, relations to watch this episode with you, and let the feedback keep coming because we want to know how this program is blessing you. Whether you're watching on a TV or your phone or YouTube, anywhere you're watching, let us have your feedback so that we can be sure that we are reaching you. Today, by the grace of God, I'm going to be sharing with you on part 1 of what I call the way to the heart of your spouse. So today, by the grace of God, we're going to be talking to the women. I'm going to be sharing with you the way to a man's heart. What is the way to a man's heart? We hear all kinds of things. It is food, it is sex, it is this, it is that. What is actually the way to a man's heart? There's a place in the heart of a man that his wife must occupy. If their home is going to be blissful, is going to be fulfilling, is going to be happy as God designed it to be, there's that place that is special in his heart that his wife must occupy. But some women don't know how to get there. Some people start well. Somehow, some things happen and they are far away from that place, that special place, that special throne, that special heart, the place in the heart where the wife must occupy. Before we go on to talking about the way to a man's heart, let me tell you some things that you must not do if you are ever going to get to that place, that special place in the heart of your husband. There are 3 things you must please not do. Number 1, never ever look down on your husband and show it. Whether in public, especially in public, whether in private, don't ever look down on your husband and show it that you are looking down on him. You won't get there to that special place in his heart if you do. So I am pleading with you, let's start with that. Don't ever look down on your husband. That also means, disrespect, dishonor, whatever you want to call it. That's a way of looking down and talking down on him. Don't do that if you want to ever get to that special place in his heart. Number 2, please don't deny him sex. If he's your husband, don't deny him sex. Some women they use it as a bargaining tool, and all kinds of things begin to happen in the home when they begin to trade with sex. You are not a prostitute for no right reason. Just because you want to punish him or you want to show that you're angry with him, don't do it if you want to get to that special place in his heart. Number 3, don't cheat on him with another man. If you want to ever get to that special place in his heart, reserved only for you as his wife, don't cheat on him. These 3 things, avoid them like the plague. Then you're on your way to getting there. Don't look down on him. Don't deny him sex. And please, don't cheat on him with another man. So, what is this place? I mean, how do you get to that special place in the heart of your husband? The way to a man's heart. I want us to read 2 passages of scriptures quickly, and then I will continue. The first passage is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33, Amplified. It reads, "However, let each man of you, without exception, love his wife as being in a sense his very own self, and let the wife see that she respects and reverences her husband, that she notices him, regards him, honors him, prefers him, venerates and esteems him, and that she defers to him, praises him, and loves and admires him exceedingly. That is the amplified version of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 63. One more passage we will read and then I will continue. Colossians chapter 3 verse 19. Husbands, love your wives. Be affectionate and sympathetic with them, and do not be harsh or bitter or resentful towards them. Do not be harsh or bitter or resentful towards them. It's important that to get to that place, that special place in the heart of your husband, you must do three major things. Three major things. Number one, you must have good understanding of who your husband is. Good understanding is the first thing. Well, let me give it to you the order I put it here. Good understanding, good sex, and good food. Now, the order may vary from man to man. Some people, the good food comes first, for whatever reason. Some, the good sex comes first. Some, the good understanding comes first. And the order can be in any way, depending on the culture, depending on the person, depending on who your husband really is. But whichever order it is, let me start this way. Good understanding is very crucial if you ever want to get to that special place in his heart. You need to please pray that God will help you to get there. Because if you don't get to that special place, your marriage will not be as fulfilling as it should be. There are so many things involved in this good understanding we are talking about. But let me just quickly put it this way because of our time on this program. You have to accept his person. That's the understanding we are talking about. Who is this man? Have you really accepted who he is? You have to start with that. Accept him. Don't try to change him. We've said so many things about this on this program. If you don't accept him, the next thing you will try to change him. And the more you try to change him, the more his love disappears. And there's no special place for you in his heart. So please accept his person. Adapt to him and his situation. Remember the passage we read in Ephesians? You have to adapt to him. You have to defer to him. Why? Because he is your head. You have to admire him and vocalize it. I admire him and vocalize it. And then appreciate whatever he does for you. Some women are so ungrateful. The one that has not been done is the one they'll be hammering on. The one that is done, they will not say thank you for it. How do you get more? Even with God. If you want God to bless you, you want God to do you well, be grateful for what he has done. And he will do more. But some of us women, because we are so unappreciative, we are so unthankful, at the end of the day, that thing that we are desiring doesn't get to our hands. We must appreciate what they do for us. We need to accept your husband as he is. Then you need to adapt to him and to his situation. You need to admire him and vocalize it. And finally, on the issue of the A's, so I call them the 4 A's, you have to appreciate him. Whatever he does for you, appreciate that first. And then, by the grace of God, he will do more. And then you need to submit to his headship and authority as the leader, as the ruler of your home, as the head in your home. You have to submit to his headship. You have to accept that he's your head. Some women don't want to accept it. We are equal. It's a joint partnership. We are one and the same. Anybody can rule at any particular time. You are going to have problems if you think that way. If you accept the fact that God has made him head, not necessarily because he is better, not because he won the competition, so to say. It is just a divine placement that God has put there. And if you agree with God, you will do well. If you agree with God, you will do well. After all, he is the source of marriage. You need to submit to his headship and authority. Then you need to respect him and then show it. This is where some women have problems. You say you respect him. Okay, how? Show it. There are some practical ways you can show you respect your husband. In the way you talk to him, in the way you answer him when he calls you, in the way you talk about him to the children and to other people, in the way you relate to him, whether in public or in private. If you respect him and you show it, you are very well on your way to get into that special place in his heart. Respect him and show it. The way you serve him his food. Do you just bang the thing on the table because you're angry, or because you are irritated with one thing or the other that has happened? Is that the way you serve him food? Do you have special things for him as your head to show that you respect him? A good plate, special plate. I heard of a man who was is the wife that was saying it, that one day the man just broke the plates that was used to serve him. He was very angry, just put the plate and smashed it on the ground. What happened? What is this? What nonsense happening in this house? Why should they serve me with cracked plates in my own house? And then they keep special plates for visitors. Some African women are very funny. You keep all the special plates for visitors, but your own husband is eating with cracked plates. That to me does not show that you respect him. There are little ways in which you show that you respect your husband. The way that you call him. How do you call him? Just, it can be very pathetic when you hear some wives calling their husband, Joe, come here. And it's like, who is Joe? Maybe it's another driver. Later you discover, okay, it's the husband. There's a way you call your husband that shows that you have absolutely no regard or respect for him. Let us make sure that we respect our husbands and we show it. Then you have to cater to his manly ego. We are still talking about understanding. If you understand this man, you are going to get to that special place in his heart. Cater to his manly ego. There is something in a man that makes him a man, and he realizes and recognizes this, and he wants to be a man. If you don't cater to it, you are going to frustrate his life. You are going to mess him up, and that's the truth. But if you cater to it, what am I talking about? Manly ego. There is something in him that God has placed there that makes him a man. He wants you to respect that. He wants you to defer to it. He wants you to take care of it. I'm not talking of foolish pride now. I'm not talking of arrogance now. I'm saying something that is there that makes him a man. He wants you to cater to it. Please cater to it. That is where I was saying, don't look down on him. If you look down on him, you are smashing his ego. You are making him little. You are belittling him. Those are the ways that you are affecting his ego in a negative sense. And there is no way, if you continue doing that, that you're going to get to that special place in his heart.